Hello everybody, J Squared John Jeremy here, and welcome to Let's Play Silent Hunter 5 Battle of the Atlantic. Now this Let's Play is brought to you by DriveByChicken.com. Yes, you heard that right, DriveByChicken.com. You don't have to worry about why the chicken crossed the road anymore, because we ran his ass over anyway. First things first, I'm back, baby. Thank you to those that left messages on YouTube, and I'll go on record and personally thank My Name Is Not Lily. To make a long story short regarding my absence, after I had built an awesome computer with the intent of recording Let's Plays on it, I ended up resigning from my job as a GameStop store manager. And with the economy as it is, it probably wasn't the smartest move on my part. However, I consider myself very lucky to now have a management job at Starbucks. Yeah, that's right. I went from selling the games you play all night to providing the caffeine that keeps you playing the games all night. This past half year, however, has been spent with me learning a new industry and focusing on new job responsibilities. However, I always intended to come back one day when I had the time again, and so here I am, and here is Silent Hunter 5. For those of you who don't know what Silent Hunter 5 or what the Silent Hunter series in general is, this next bit's for you. The Silent Hunter series is a submarine simulation set during World War II. Now, the first Silent Hunter game came out for MS-DOS all the way back in 1996. 1996, the year that gave us Deep Blue, the arrest of the Unabomber, and the continuation of the OJ trial, but all of this pales in comparison, however, to the debut of Silent Hunter. And by the way, if you did not recognize any of the events I just mentioned, you are too young for these videos. It's not your fault. I'm just calling it like I see it right now. Now obviously, since this is a Let's Play of the 5th incarnation of Silent Hunter, this series has a devoted fan base. Highly devoted, as a matter of fact. And the people over at Subsim have really gone above and beyond the Call of Duty when it comes to supporting these games through their own patches, tweaks, and modifications. I am in fact running a modified version of Silent Hunter 5 right now, and I will make mention of it when and where I can, the various mods that have been installed in the game. Now, one last thing before I begin to play through the game with you. From what I just spoke of, it may sound like Silent Hunter is a game where I know exactly what I'm doing, right? Well, you couldn't be farther from the truth. In fact, I just purchased this game on Steam last night, and I've only played through the tutorial off camera, just so I can install the mods that I wanted to install. So this will in fact be a blind Let's Play. Let's hope we don't get sunk too early in the game, because I kind of want to see how this goes. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the options real quick. These are the gameplay settings, and why is the difficulty low? Okay, so we're going to turn on the majority of these. They're called Realism Settings, and these Realism Settings just basically make the game harder, I want to say. And here I'm just going to go through real quickly what we're going to be seeing here. Limited batteries, limited compression air, limited O2, and limited fuel. They all are basically saying that you're going to run out of supplies one way or the other, and you either need to restock by surfacing up the boat, or in the case of fuel, you actually need to go back to your home port before you run out. Realistic repair time, realistic sensors, realistic reload. These are all things regarding, timing. It takes longer to repair, it takes longer to reload. The sensors aren't going to be as effective. Now these two options right over here, manual targeting system and no map contact update, these two I left off for a reason, and the reason is, like I mentioned before, I have not played this game before, and through the tutorial that I played through off camera, it seems that manual targeting is a real pain in the ass to do at the moment for me. So we're going to go ahead and skip that for now. Maybe as time goes on and I get more comfortable with the game, I'll turn it on and we'll see how we do with that. But as of right now, I need automatic targeting for the time being. I know it kind of sucks, but deal with it for the time being. Sorry. These over here, no event camera, no external view. The reason these are off are for the recording purposes of the game. It doesn't kind of make sense if... I guess it does, and it doesn't. If I'm in a submarine, obviously I can't see what's outside if I'm submerged. But it's not really fun for you guys to see a game and only see it from the point of view of my periscope when we have an option that allows us to go outside the boat and check out the whole view. So it's not. I'm not going to use it to try and cheat or anything like that. I already have automatic targeting anyway, so that's pretty much a cheat as it is. But the event camera and the external view will allow you guys to have a better view of the action, more or less. So the realism setting is at 63%. Graphics settings, they're pretty much maxed out everywhere. The only place where I couldn't max them out was over in the AA department. For some reason, I don't know why, it won't let me do AA. It'll just stutter, and it really annoys me considering how much I paid for this computer. Everything else is all maxed out. Sound settings, I've lowered the sound settings to see how this recording system works and see where we go from there. Maybe I'll increase it or decrease it depending on how I can hear the playback. Let me get out of this. Let's apply the changes. Yes, I'm sure. Alright, like I said, I had already set up everything so that we just start with our campaign, which is Total Germany. It's basically just the war from the very beginning. And our captain's name is Karl Wagner, or, because I don't know how to do the umlauts, Karl Wagner. So, we have ourselves Karl Wagner, and we're going to be playing through the game right now. Now, what do I see for this Let's Play? I honestly don't know. Like I said, I haven't played the game before, so the primary goal is not to die, I guess, would be the main thing. Beyond that, we'll see how things go. I would like to blow some things up. That's primarily why I got the game. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the sub-simulation games, but I love history. I'm a big fan of history. And World War II was one of the areas that I read about a lot when I was younger. And it just seems kind of cool that I can go into, a game like this and kind of act out, however way that sounds, the game. So yeah, I don't know where we're going to go with this, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable, at least for me, and hopefully you guys are going to like it too. Obviously, if you don't, you can leave comments and I'll ignore them, I guess, and keep playing, because it looks like a fun game for me. Loading screens in general in this game are kind of long. I don't know why, but they are in general. So that's just one more thing we have to deal with. But at least you get this pretty picture you can look at for a couple minutes at a time. And it lets you know the British Royal Navy lost 647 warships during World War II, followed by the U.S. Navy with 391 losses. That's probably because they were the two biggest navies by the end of the war. USA not so much at the beginning, but by the end they just destroyed production. Alright, let's see what we have here. Loading, loading, loading. Alright, here we are. So this is where I left off, and this is actually different from what I saw before. I installed all the mods, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk around right now and just see everything. So the first thing I noticed that's different right away is it's definitely brighter, and there's Nazi flags here. There weren't Nazi flags here before. There were German Navy flags, and one of the mods that I installed, I guess, was a German flag mod. Only to add to the realism of the game. I understand why they took the flags out of the game because of the whole, Nazi swastika, what it represents and whatnot. But it kind of kills the realism of the game when you know they were there and the game doesn't put them there. You know what I mean? Also, for the German user base, it's illegal to have these swastikas in the game. So that's just one more reason why Ubisoft probably just didn't want them in there in the first place. So let's see what we have over here. I'm just checking to see if we can talk to anybody. Does anybody want to talk to me? Maybe? No? Yes? No? This guy looks like he's going to give us, alright, we can interact with him.
Welcome back, Hercules.
Okay. What are my mission orders? We'll start with the new patrol. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work for now. Let me see if there's anybody else. You? Alright. U-boat needs a few upgrades. I want to choose my torpedo loadout. Nothing more to say. Let's see the upgrades real quick.
Sure. What do you want?
Conning tower, deck gun, rear flak gun. Alright, this is all stuff we probably can't afford right now.
Sure thing. What do you have in mind? Sure. What do you want? Sure. What do
Yeah,
you
we
want?
can't afford it. At least I don't want to use it yet.
Yes,
Alright,
Captain.
so that's
You won't recognize your girl when I'm through with her.
okay. That was kind of weird. In a weird way. Let's go back over here. Alright, guy.
Welcome back, Heckler.
So what are my mission orders?
Come in, Captain.
Oh, okay.
I have just received your orders from Naval High Command.
Okay.
Unfortunately, our situation has just changed for the worse.
How?
Have a look
The
at
war
this.
just started. Literally.
Following our invasion of Poland, England and France have now declared
Well,
war.
duh, that's... You know that was gonna happen.
A situation not anticipated by Berlin.
What? Okay.
This, of course, means that we are now up against the most powerful fleet in the world, the Royal Navy. An uneven match, if ever there was.
Yeah.
The British fleet numbers 255 warships. We merely have 34. Which leaves us with only one hope. Our U-boats. Our enemies have set up a naval blockade which traps our battleships in their ports or forces them into direct confrontation out at sea. A situation that must be avoided at all cost at this moment. Only smaller forces like the submarines can evade this blockade and make for the open
Oh,
sea.
joy.
We currently possess 46 U-boats. 22 are ready for battle. You will command one of them.
No pressure.
Make good use
No
of it.
pressure at all.
Strategically, as Commodore Dönitz has explained, our overall objective is to exploit England's dependence on imported goods and strike her without direct confrontation by cutting off all supply lines and starving its people until the king himself begs for mercy. Your goal for now is to attack and inflict as much damage as possible along Britain's main coastal supply routes. Focus your attacks primarily on unescorted convoys and freighters. This will disrupt the enemy's supply lines, slow down their shipyard production, and diminish their overall shipping power. Let's give those Tommies hell. They'll never know what hit them. Good hunting, Captain.
Alright, so apparently Tommy's is a slur for British people. You learn something new every day. Alright, so this is where we are. Alright, here we are. Kiel. We're in the port of Kiel. We came over in the tutorial from over here in this Ostsee area. I forget what the English word for that is. Ostsee. Black Sea, maybe? I don't know. I'm just guessing now. So we came over from over here. We're now over here. And the guy, I guess our commander, our admiral guy, wants us to go over here and patrol. There's a little thingy there. Alright, so we have to request our mission. And we have a deadline of June 1st. It's now September 6, 1939. World War II has just started. And we have about 9 months to get that goal of 50,000 tons. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and request the mission. Close that up. I think. Yes, no. Alright, so can't close it. And yeah. So we're probably going to go through... How are we going to get there now? That is the question. Ooh. We'll go through this area. Gets us right into the North Sea. Alright. So let's get out of there. And... so that's our U-boat right there. So next time on Let's Play Silent Hunter 5, we're going to take that baby out for a ride. And we'll see how she runs. Hopefully we won't die in the second video of this series. That would be kind of embarrassing. But, so long, farewell. I will see you again later.